everybody. My name is Mars. You can call me MG if you'd like. This lighting is absolutely terrible. It is slightly too dark outside to just go with natural lighting, but it's also bright enough that the natural lighting is partially affecting this, but it's also got some of the artificial lighting because I have my light on. I don't know. I don't really like it, but it's what we're running with because it is currently 7:30 p.m. and I'm starting this vlog. This is my prep vlog for my stay-at-home writing retreat that I will be having. I do have a little over a week until this retreat starts, so I'm filming this on the 22nd, Wednesday. At least this intro clip. This is going to go on for a couple of days, I think, this vlog. My writing retreat will be the beginning of May. I think the first, 9 days? Essentially, my boyfriend is going on a large trip. He is biking across the state of Pennsylvania and back with a bunch of his friends, and I was like, you know what? With him gone for that long, I am going to have a lot more free time, and I want to dedicate it to writing. My writing so far this year has taken quite a back seat, and I want to change that, even if only for a few days. So, I'm gonna do this whole writing retreat thing. I would love to go on an actual writing retreat, but for now, I think a stay-at-home writing retreat is a good start. So, I've got a lot of things to do in order to prep. I think the first thing I'm gonna do, though, is make a list of all that I want to do in order to prep for this little mini stay-at-home writing retreat. So, I am going to do that right now, and then come back and talk to you about all of the things on the list. I'm hoping to get a good chunk of whatever I write down done tomorrow, because I am going to be off from work, and I'm going to be busy this weekend, and I'm going to be busy next week, and then it's going to be the retreat. So, yeah, let me get that list done, and then we can go over each of the things on it and talk about when I think I'll be able to do it. Okay, it has been an hour, and I definitely didn't need all that time to make my list, but I got caught up watching Instagram reels of Florence and the Machine tour videos. I am going to see her on Saturday. Why is everyone driving by now that I'm filming? Rude as hell. Anyway, I'm going to see Florence on Saturday, and I'm just so freaking excited. She's one of my favorite musicians ever. She has been in my top 5 Spotify Wrapped musicians for probably the past 10 years. She was my number 1 last year. Everybody Scream is a perfect album. 0 skips, all bangers. Also Dance Fever. Also literally all of her albums. I don't think Florence has a single bad song, but specifically Everybody Scream and Dance Fever are my 2 favorite albums by her, so she just keeps getting better and better and releasing banger after banger. I'm so excited. I am a little mad because this concert was supposed to be at Xfinity Arena here in Philly, and then the stupid Flyers, who I don't even like, I'm a Devils fan if you didn't know, and the stupid Flyers had to go and get in the playoffs, so the Florence concert is now over in Atlantic City. So that's really annoying, but it is what it is. I got really distracted watching videos of the concerts that have already happened for this tour. I'm so excited. I probably should have no, that has nothing to do with the writing retreat. Something that I have to do within the next couple of days is decide what I'm gonna wear, because I have a few different options of Florence-y type vibe outfits. So that is something I have to do, but it has nothing to do with the writing retreat. So it's not on this list. For a second there, I was like, maybe I should put it on the list. No, it doesn't have to be on this list. It's just something I have to do. Anyway, this is my very long list. I have it split into 3 different categories. So first up we have actual retreat stuff. The number one item on that list is to set my daily goals. I don't want to do like one big goal of like, I want to accomplish X things by the end of the retreat. Instead, I want to do like what I want to do each day. And I can already check this off because I'm 99% decided on the idea of doing, on days that I'm off from work, 2 hours of writing a day, 1 hour of crafting, and 1 hour of reading, because I do feel like crafting and reading help me fill up my creative well and will help the writing go smoothly, because I won't feel like I'm constantly giving and giving and giving in terms of my creativity. I will also be taking in more of that, which, like, journaling, crafting, whatever, does give a little bit, but I also like feel more inspired to then do other stuff. So that is my goal. On days that I am working though, I'm going to cut it in half, and instead my goal is going to be 1 hour of writing, half an hour of crafting, half an hour of reading, and I might try and get an audiobook checked out from Libby and listen to it while I do my crafting. We will get to this at the end of the list, but I've got a lot of crafting to do in May, so that is why, and that's another reason why it's a goal. So I can check off my first item from this list to set my goals. Next is to make a tracker. I think I'm going to do it digitally, and I'm going to do that tonight. I just feel like doing it in like a Google Sheet is going to be the easiest for me. So I'll do that next, I think. Then I want to decide on my projects for the retreat. I don't know how I'm going to decide what to write each day and what project to work on. I'm someone who works on many projects at a time. I've worked on 5 so far this year, albeit most of them for a very short amount of time. But I don't know if I want to pick one specific project and commit to that one only for the week, if I want to do a main project and be like, I want to do most of my writing here, but if I stray into other ones, that's fine. Maybe I'll do a wheel, and each day I'll spin the wheel, and that's how I'll decide which project I work on for that day. Or maybe Instagram polls decide what I work on each day. I don't know. So that is something I still have to think about. Then I want to watch Sarah Cannon's video from, I think it's like 5 or 6 months ago. She did a stay-at-home writing retreat, and she gave some really good advice in that, so I want to rewatch that video in order to get myself in the headspace for it. So that will be fun. I might do that the first day of the retreat. Actually, no, I'm going to have a very busy May 1st. I'm going to see Bat Out of Hell the musical, so I won't have the like entire evening, and if I'm working that day, I won't have the morning either. I don't know, I might do that one right before the retreat starts, because I want it to be fresh in my brain, you know? Next is the biggest section, and it is get ahead on YouTube. So these are all of the videos that are either coming out before the writing retreat or during the writing retreat. So I want to get as much of it done beforehand so that I don't have to film as much during the retreat other than the vlogs I'll be doing. I think because it's 9 days, I will split it up into 2 different vlogs and do like 5 and 4 maybe, or 4 and 5, whichever way it ends up. But I have a video that I have to film and edit tomorrow because it's going up Friday, and that is my every first book in a series on my physical TBR. It's a lot, so I think I'm going to prep for that tonight by getting all of it out and on my desk, and the books like organized in the order I want to talk about them in the video, so that tomorrow morning I can just get straight into that. So I can film and edit that. Film and edit the prep vlog. We're doing that right now. This is going to go up Monday. So it'll go up Monday, and then my actual retreat won't start until Friday. That's the day. So if I don't get everything done on this checklist in this vlog. It still might happen before the retreat starts. We'll see. I have to film and edit my TBR for May. I have to film and edit my wrap-up for April. I have to film and edit my Magical Readathon vlog, which I have already started. I'm about halfway through the first of the 3 books I will be reading for that vlog, so that's going to take me to the end of the month, I'm pretty sure. But I'm actually like 1 chapter off from halfway, so I would like to read that chapter tonight and update my vlog for that tonight. So that will be done before the retreat. And then film and edit a video talking about genre. This will go up towards the end of the retreat. So I definitely want to get that done, but if it doesn't happen, that's 1 video that like I'll be fine to film during that week. It's a lot of YouTube. A lot more than I had conceptualized it to be before I wrote it down, but I think I can get a good chunk of it done. Then we have my other things to do category. I want to donate my decluttered items. I've been decluttering like crazy these past few months, and I've got like 5-6 boxes of stuff to declutter. 1 box I will not be getting rid of just yet because it is all of my clothing, and I will actually be giving that to my friend who does a lot of community events, and one of the things that they run is a queer clothing swap every couple of months, and so I'm going to wait until the next one is happening for that and give them all my clothes. But I've got old kitchenware that I'm getting rid of because my boyfriend and I recently upgraded to a like matching set of plates and bowls, and it's really nice. I'm very obsessed with it. So we've got rid of all of that old stuff. We have a bunch of like miscellaneous things that I've gotten rid of, all that jazz. We're gonna bring that to the thrift store to donate. Okay, before he goes on this trip. So we have to get that done. I have to set up my journals for May. My reading journal and my regular bullet journal. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Maybe because I've been rambling for the past 9 minutes. It's fine. Everything's fine. I'm really tired, guys. I worked 8 hours today, and you can tell, probably. And then the last thing on this list is gift scrapbooking. This is the crafting that I was talking about. So I have a friend who I will be giving a gift to at the end of May for an event that I will not be detailed about, just in case that friend is watching this video. I don't want to spoil this, but I will be giving them a scrapbook where each like page is themed after something that reminds me of them, or a memory of the 2 of us together, one of their interests, things of that matter. And I want to get as much of that done as I can. It's this little mini scrapbook that I have here. It's actually, this is a photo album. This is just the cover it came with. I'll replace that probably with a picture of the 2 of us. But there are 24 slots, and I've done one, this really cute mushroom collage, because my friend loves mushrooms. So I have 23 to make by the end of May. So I want to get as many of those done before the retreat so that I can just do like half an hour a day as my crafting during the retreat. And hopefully, maybe by the end of the retreat, I'll have finished this gift and I don't have to like rush through it closer to the date of me giving it to them. So yeah, that's definitely though like the lowest priority on this list is getting through the scrapbooking, because I know I'll be working on it throughout the actual retreat as my crafting. So yeah, this is a lot. I think I'm gonna go get a snack, and then I'm going to make my tracker, and while I make my tracker, I'm going to try and decide on how I'm gonna pick my projects that I'm gonna be working on during the retreat. I might shoot a message into Discord and ask my writer friends their opinions. That sounds like a plan. But yeah, I will check back with you after I've made this tracker, and then I think that'll be it for tonight, and we can get on with tomorrow. Tomorrow seems like it'll be a very YouTube heavy day, so I don't know how much actual updating I'll do, but I'll at least tell you that I finished filming and editing all these videos when I do that. Yeah, I'll see you in a minute. came up with for my tracker. It's really simple, but I think it is kind of exactly what I need out of a tracker. So you can see that I have a different section for each day, and then in each day section, there's a spot for writing, reading, and crafting where I can put what I worked on and then the length of time I worked on it. And then that slightly bigger box next to each day, I'm gonna put things like my work schedule or other obligations that, prevent me from fully focusing on this retreat and my goals for it. I think I might go in and do some conditional formatting on the spots where I'm going to put the time, and that way it'll be like one color if I hit my goal and a different color if I don't hit my goal for each day. But I'm not sure about that because I really like this rainbow color scheme I've got going on down the gradient, and I don't want the conditional formatting colors to mess with that. So we'll see. I might do it, and then if I think it's ugly, I'll take it off. But yeah, I'm really happy with this, and now I think it is time for me to just chill for the night. So I'm gonna get in bed, do a little bit of reading. Oh, I guess, and update my vlog. Yeah. I will see you tomorrow for more checking items off of the to-do list. Good morning, friends, and happy Thursday. It is 10:30 a.m., which is a bit of a late start. I slept in a little bit, and then I kind of just moseyed through my morning routine, so we are getting a later start to the day than I would have liked, but also I really just needed the rest and to chill. I worked 6 days in a row, the last of which was an 8-hour shift, so yeah, I needed to relax, so I'm not mad about having a bit of a later start this morning. But now we're here, and I am ready to get going on my checklist. The first item of which that I will be checking off today is to film and edit my series video, because that video is scheduled to go up tomorrow morning. So it needs to get done today. So I am prepped for that, ready to go, and while that is exporting and uploading and all that fun stuff, I think I'm just gonna have lunch and do some reading, because reading will help me get a little bit closer to finishing my Aurelium vlog, which is also on the checklist. Not that that vlog is going to be done anytime soon, because I still have half of this book to read and 2 more books to read after that, but we're going to make progress towards completing it so I can hopefully check it off sooner rather than later. But yeah, that is the plan for this morning. I'm gonna get going on it and come back in a little while with an update on how things have gone and what the next things I want to check off the list are. Hello, friends. It has been many hours since we last chatted. It is now just about 3 p.m., and I have not been able to update you because shortly after I got my series video filmed and edited, which I'm so glad I did because now I don't have to worry about not having a video to go up tomorrow. But I was going to update you after I did that, but then the trash truck came through, and then there were a lot of sirens, and a fire truck and some police cars were parked literally a block away from my house for a long time. Don't know what was going on with that. There were no ambulances, so I don't think anyone was injured. I didn't see, hear, smell anything weird, so not sure what the situation is, but they were here for a while. And then, once they left, the recycling truck came by and was also very loud. So I haven't been able to update you until now, but I did in fact get my video filmed and edited. Loud conversation happening outside that just caught me off guard. I did do some reading of lessons in chemistry, and I'm now 75% of the way through the book, and considering I was 50% of the way through at the start of the day, that's great progress. I might finish it today, because I'm just feeling very invested in it. I liked the first half of the book, but now that we're into the second half, I'm like really, really enjoying it. So I might go back and do more reading on that today, and if I don't finish it tonight, then definitely tomorrow. So that's some good progress for my Magical Readathon vlog. I also did some writing. I only did about 20 minutes, which is not what my goal is going to be during the writing retreat, but 20 minutes is 20 minutes. That's still some pretty good progress, and I might go back and do more later. Now I have decided to film another video because something else that I did while I was waiting for all of the sounds to stop outside is to script my TBR for the month of May. So I'm going to get that video filmed and edited, get 2 videos done in one day. Fantastic progress. I love that for me. So that'll be another thing I can check off the to-do list. Then I will probably start making dinner and then eating it, and we'll see what I end up doing tonight. I'm really not sure. Maybe some of the scrapbook crafting stuff? That sounds like a lot of fun. So yeah, I'll see you when I see you. Okay, friends, I am back. It is 6:30 p.m. I filmed my TBR video. Didn't edit it because I just didn't feel like it, so I'll probably do that tomorrow. Then I finished reading Lessons in Chemistry, so I am now 1/3 of the way through the books for my Aurelium Magical Readathon vlog, so I can't check that off yet. I can't check off editing my video yet, but I'm still making progress on these things that I want to get done. And another thing that I made progress on, once this bus drives past, is the scrapbooking, because I did this. So this says, "My world is an oyster," and that is a quote from the Chloe Moriando song, Oyster. And I picked this because my friend and I, that person who I'm making this gift for, saw Chloe Moriando last year in a concert, and this is just a song that she really likes. So it's cute. I'm gonna see, I have to go through my gigantic stash of stickers and see if I have like oceany themed ones. I feel like maybe a clam with a pearl in it would match this, or like some shells in general would be really cute. I just feel like it's missing something, but not anything major. So for now, I'm okay with this, but I would like to jazz it up a tiny bit. But I think it's really cute. I am very tired now. I am getting a little bit of a headache, and I feel like I just want to do absolutely nothing. So I am gonna do that, exactly. I'm gonna go feed the cats, and then feed myself some dinner, and then probably just watch YouTube the rest of the night. Might do a little bit more crafting, might do some reading for the next book in the Aurelium vlog, but nothing major. So we're going to end off here for the night, and I will see you tomorrow at some point. I do have work from 11 to 5, but besides that, I've got the rest of the day open, so I will be able to get more things done. Hello, friends. It is 7:30 p.m. Technically only 7:27, but like it's basically 7:30 p.m. on Friday. I have not updated you at all today because I was kind of just taking it easy this morning, and then I had work from 11 to 5. After work, my boyfriend and I went to the grocery store to pick up a couple of things, and then we had dinner. My boyfriend made curry for the first time, and it was delicious. My only critique is that I wish it had a teeny bit more spice. I'm not like a huge fan of spicy food, but I'd like to have a little bit of a spice to it, so that is my only thing. It was still very good. Then that brings us to here. So, of course there's a bus going by. I wanted to outline the rest of my night for you because I've got plans to tackle more of the checklist. So I'm going to edit my TBR video that I filmed yesterday so that I can check that off the list, get that done. And while it is exporting and uploading and all that good stuff, I'm gonna do some cleaning because we've got a sink full of dishes, and we also did 2 loads of bedding in the wash. So I've got a lot of sheets and stuff to fold, and I got a lot of dishes to wash. So I want to get that taken care of before we move into the weekend. I can actually already check one thing off because I've decided that I will decide what project I'm working on each day by spinning a wheel, but I'm not gonna hold myself to it, like, entirely. I will write for as much as I can on whatever project the wheel decides, but if it just isn't happening, it isn't happening, and I'll let myself work on something else, whether I spin the wheel again or I mood right and pick something that way. I feel like that is how I can make it fun, but also not a chore, if that makes sense. So, I can check that off. Then, let's see. I might later on tonight, after my video's done and I can use my computer again, start scripting some things. I can begin to script my wrap-up. Obviously, I can't do all of the books that I've read this month because I haven't finished all of the books because there's still a week-ish left in the month. Actually, is it a full week? Including today, it's a full week because next Friday is the 1st. But I can get started on that. I can script my genre video so I can get things moving even if I'm not actually filming and editing any other videos. And then might do some of the scrapbooking. I have to kind of theorize what I want to do because while I have ideas for pages, I don't know visually what they're going to look like. I just know their themes. So I'll probably look through my crafting stash and try and figure some of those out. And that just might be my night. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be nice and chill. It's going to be a crazy day tomorrow, so I'm going to get going, try and make things easier for my future self, and I will give you an update a little later on. Okay, it is definitely bedtime, but I wanted to come on here and give you guys one more update. Oh god, here comes the yawn. Sorry. I wanted to give you one more update for the night because I ended up watching Sarah Cannon's video on how to have an at-home writing retreat. It just popped up on my YouTube homepage to watch, so I was like, okay, I'll watch that. And I had it on while I was doing my scrapbooking planning work. So I got to check that off my list, and that means I have finished this whole top section. So that's 4 things checked off, plus I've got 2 checked off down here. I've not yet checked off anything in the 3rd section, but we will change that tomorrow. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bullet points left to check off, and a week to do it. That seems doable. Even though the last one isn't really going to be finished before the retreat starts. I just want to make good progress on it, so I'm probably going to be checking that off no matter what, because I will have made some sort of progress. Whether it's a ton of progress is yet to be seen. But yeah, I am happy with how things have gone so far these past couple of days. I'm now very tired, so I'm going to go to sleep, and I will see you in the morning to let you know how my Saturday is going to look, because I've got a busy day planned. Good morning, friends, and happy Saturday. You can probably hear that it's raining outside, which does put a little bit of a damper on things, but it's fine. My boyfriend and I are going to run some errands in just a little bit, including dropping off all of our boxes of donations, which is great. I'm very excited to have those out of here. We're not getting rid of all of them. The boxes of clothes we are saving for my friend who does like community events, including clothes swaps a couple times a year. So those boxes can't go, but the rest of them can, and it'll be so nice to have that space back. Yeah, that'll be one thing I can check off of the list today. I don't know if I'm actually, let me look at it, if we're gonna be able to check off anything else. I didn't end up actually doing any scripting of videos last night. I was really tired, so I kind of just went to bed a little bit early. But I might be able to do some of that today after we get home from running all of our errands. I think tomorrow I'm going to set up my bullet journal and my reading journal for May. And that might be all we get done for this vlog. So I will keep you updated as things happen, but it seems like that is how it's all gonna go. Hello friends, happy Sunday. It is about 2:45 in the afternoon and I have had a pretty chill day. Did not get home until like 1 a.m. from the concert, which was so good by the way. Absolutely fantastic time. The set list was amazing. My two favorite songs were played back to back. If you're curious, it's Buckle and King. Fantastic. I had an amazing time and I'm so excited that I had the opportunity to go, even though we had to go all the way out to Atlantic City for it. Things happen. But then this morning I slept in, woke up to starting my period, and decided today was just going to be extremely low-key. So I've been chilling mostly, doing a little bit of cleaning up around the apartment. I feel like my boyfriend and I have not really been handling the upkeep very well. So I cleaned up the kitchen already. There's laundry in the dryer that'll be ready to put away very soon. And then I want to clean up here in the office. Mostly I just have to vacuum because it's been a minute and the floors are getting pretty gross. So I'll be doing that a little bit later. I did also do my setup of my bullet journal for May. So that's done. It's very cute. I can show you my title page. Very adorable. I really like the purple and pink vibe that I've got going for Q2. Yeah. So that's half of something I can check off of the list. Let me actually pull out the list. So, on my list, I just put set up May spreads, and I was including my reading journal in that. I have not yet set up my reading journal for May. I'll probably do that a little bit later this week. But I think it's time to close out this vlog because I'm not going to be doing much for the rest of the day. Also, this vlog is going up tomorrow, so I have to have time to edit it. So it just seems like a good time to finish things out. So to go back over my checklist, I did all of the actual retreat stuff section of my to-do list. So I set my goals, I made a tracker, I decided how I'm going to work on the projects and like decide which projects to work on, and I rewatched Sarah Cannon's video for tips and tricks on how to have an at-home writing retreat. So that is fantastic. For getting ahead on YouTube, I did film and edit my video about my series, and I filmed and edited my TBR. For filming and editing the prep vlog, we're here, we're filming it, I'll edit it today. You won't see me doing that because this is the video that I'm editing, but that'll be checked off by the end of today. As for my wrap-up and my genre video, I don't think they'll take me very long to do during the week, so those will probably get done. And filming and editing my Aurelium vlog, I'm still reading for that, so I can't quite finish it, but it will be done by the end of the month, and therefore before the retreat starts. So that seems like a pretty big success to me too. Then for my other things to do category, we have donate decluttered items, which we did yesterday. My boyfriend and I had 5 boxes full of things, 2 of which we packed last year when we moved into this place. As we were packing up to move, we were putting aside things to donate. So they've been sitting in our apartment for a year waiting to be donated. Actually, they were sitting in our the trunk of the car. So we finally got rid of those, plus the 3 boxes of stuff that we had gathered over the past few weeks. So that's finally out of the house. Makes me feel so much better, honestly. Setting up May spreads, I did half of that list, or half of that setup. I will be doing my reading spreads sometime this week, so that'll definitely be done before the start of May. And then a gift scrapbooking, I did do a teeny tiny bit of progress on it this weekend, but not very much. That one, we did decide though, it's not something I want to finish by the end of this month, because I want to work on it during the retreat as well. So that's probably the one I'm least confident about crossing off, because I don't really know how much I want to get done in order to feel confident crossing it off, you know? But other than that, I feel like we've made some really good progress. That has been a time. I really hope you've enjoyed watching me prep for this retreat. Stay tuned for me vlogging that retreat, but if you have enjoyed this one, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. You can subscribe to my channel for more content, and that way I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, everyone.